I'm Richard Randall. Welcome back to the Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker. This is the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate. And it does it with Barb Schlinker, the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Barb has the buyers. Barb has the buyers.com, in fact. Now, Barb, if someone is thinking of selling their home, what are some of the top trends that are dating a home right now? Because if you live in it, year after year, you don't notice the trends come and go. You may be looking at some bathroom accoutrements or something in the kitchen, and it's completely out of date.
I know. And sometimes it's just little things that you don't even notice because you live with it every single day. So first of all, before you decide to upgrade a home or go all in, ask me, give us a call. We'd love to come by and give you an idea on what to do, what not to do to get your house ready for sale, because not all home improvements are going to add value to the bottom line. I've asked people, well, isn't my $10,000 tankless water heater, doesn't that add value? And the answer is no, not really. It's more about cosmetics. The key is to make sure that the home is priced right, that it's marketed correctly, and that it's updated according to what else is available that you're competing with. So we're experts at this, and we can help you do that. And we know that buyers do eliminate homes, especially if it's obvious to them based on the online pictures that the home is not updated. But there's a price for everything. Let me give you an example. I had a home on SNOWBIRD that was built in the 70s. It was owned by the original owner. Really, nothing was updated. She moved out, and her son decided to do the process of selling the home for her. And the only thing they did really was just replace the carpet because it was dark brown. It looked terrible, but it was priced right. We ended up getting a ton of people, like 95 people at the open house. We had 10 offers, and it sold as if it was remodeled. So pricing is a form of marketing to overcome any updating issues that you may not want to or have the budget to deal with. And the thing about dating, now this is one thing I noticed right away when we moved into our home. It seemed like within 3 years, our home was out of date, and it was kind of a new house. And I'm like, wow, how do you keep up with this? And of course, in my field, I'm going and looking at homes all the time. I'm often going to the parade of homes where you get to see all the latest trends. And there's just no way anybody can really keep up. So if your home is dated and you like it and you're not moving, don't worry about it. It's fine. But if you are planning on selling it, there's some little inexpensive things that you can do that will help your home look better. So here are the top 10 things. First of all, the signs. I know they're really big. Some people committed so much as to have signs on the walls, not just with artwork, but painting, live, love, laugh, all those cute little sort of sayings. Those are okay, but they're kind of out of style. You're better off with a nice piece of artwork. And you can get some really nice, inexpensive artwork, either at Walmart, Target. I love going to American Furniture Warehouse. They have those canvases with beautiful paintings that are very, very inexpensive. So that's a better choice. The other thing that's going out of style is the Tuscan look. So this was really big during the early 2000s. You know, the faux painted walls. I even had this one house. The faux paint was so good. They faux painted a crack in the wall, and the buyers that came into the home were worried about it having structural problems, but there was no crack. It was just paint. So we had to correct that for marketing. It was kind of surprising. The color palettes. Now, this is one thing in which the trends come and go like wildfire. Back in the early 2000s, the warm colors were really in style, kind of the browns, even the mustard color. But now we're moving away from the golden palettes, and we're moving away from the gray palettes. So let's say just a few years ago, you went all in with gray and you painted everything gray, and you've got a gray couch and a gray everything. You can actually deal with that by toning down the paint. And there's a word they're using, which is not really a word, called grayish, which is toning down the gray to make it a little bit beige. And then going to a more neutral, like a white, really, really nice white, or even if you had a warm color, taking that warm color to more of a cream color, that's more updated. And you can tell by going to take a look at the model homes. That's a clue right there. Another thing, I love this. I spent some time watching some video blogs on YouTube. There's some great young people that are on there doing some fabulous things about dated homes. And if you want to go on YouTube and Google it, it's great stuff. But one of the things that this young gal pointed out that's dated are the honey colored staircases and the high gloss wood floors. So what do you do about it? Well, believe it or not, honey colored staircases can be painted. So one of the things that she did is she painted, her mom's house had that kind of staircase. So she actually painted the spindles white and painted the rails black. And it really updated the home, made it look very beautiful and very New Englandy for a very low amount of money. So sometimes it's just paint. It's not expensive stuff that you could do to keep your home from being dated. Another big thing, and I talk about this quite often, is flooring. So the flooring trends right now are going towards more of a wide plank, a kind of a lighter, almost taupey colored floor, which is fine, but you could pick any color. But let's say you have old tired tile or something like that. Sometimes you can just put this wide plank vinyl floor right over the top of it, and it looks absolutely amazing. So I've got some great tips I'm going to share with you in the second half of the segment. But I just want to let you know, I'm Barb Schlinker with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. I've been here in this market since the 1990s, selling homes. My website since 2014 is barbhasthebuyers.com. I have over 27,000 buyers in waiting on my website looking for homes. Typically, I can find at least 100 buyers that are a high match to any home. So if you are thinking of making a move and you would like some in-person tips on what to do and what not to do to get your home ready for sale, give us a call at 719-301-3900 or go to barbhasthebuyers.com and click on the button right on the top, Find My Buyer. And you can download a free report on the top 15 tips to sell your house fast and for top dollar. Richard?
You're listening to The Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And you can always reach Barb at 719-301-3900. And remember this, if you're in your car and you can't listen to the entire show, you can always listen to it by going to Barb's website, barbhasthebuyers.com. Again, that's barbhasthebuyers.com. It'll have links over to the podcast, to YouTube as well. Now, Barb, we're talking about the top 10 trends that are dating many homes. What are some other things that a home seller should consider about updating when they're getting ready to sell that home?
Well, Richard, I have one in front of me. It's actually a very pretty kitchen. It has kind of cream colored cabinets and nice granite counters. But what's out of style is the two-tier breakfast bar. That was really huge in the 90s and even the 2000s. Now they like it all in one level, but it's okay. If you have that, don't worry about it. The other thing in this picture that's gone out of style is the artwork on the backsplash behind the stove, like the Tuscan scene. You're better off having just a nice neutral backsplash. And those things are not that expensive to do. The other thing that's really, really surprising to me in flooring, something that can absolutely date your home and set it back 20 years, are grout colors. Just a simple thing like the color of your grout. But you don't have to change the grout. So let's say you have a lighter tile and a darker grout, like what you're seeing in this picture, Richard. There are actually pens that you can buy. They're called grout pens, where you can actually color the grout, and you want the color of the grout to be the same color as the tile. That way it looks like a smooth surface. So here's an example of one where it's got a beige colored tile, and you could see the wear and tear, people walking over it. The wide grout lines just look awful. It looks dirty. And normally the solution I would propose is to hire somebody to come in and steam clean it. Well, that could help, but you can also paint the grout white and make it look fresh and clean. Very, very simple, inexpensive thing. Another thing that's going out of style are the massive oaky looking entertainment centers. So people spent a lot of money on these. These are huge. They take up a whole wall and they are going out of style, unfortunately. So what can you do if you have one? Well, one solution is to just take all the top part down and stay with the base credenza and maybe paint it white. Oak looks really great painted white. Or if you want to buy a console, it seems to me right now what I'm seeing in most of the design pictures are they're going for a more 60s modern vibe with these consoles. They're not huge. They've got the flat screen TV. There is no need for all this extra stuff and components around the TV anymore because the technology has changed and now it's a more clean, fresh look. So if you would like to get a in-home consultation on what to do and what not to do to get your house ready for sale, go to barbhasthebuyers.com, click on Find My Buyers. There's a video right there for you that explains how we find people a buyer. We have over 100 buyers that would likely be a high match for your home. And you can call us for that free in-home consultation and click on barbhasthebuyers.com and we'd love to help you out, or give us a call at 719-301-3900. Richard?
You're listening to The Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And you can always reach Barb at 719-301-3900. Again, if you're in your car, you're driving somewhere and you can't listen to the entire show, you have an option. That is to go to barbhasthebuyers.com. That's barbhasthebuyers.com. There will be a link there. It'll take you over to the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, whichever platform you prefer, plus Barb's YouTube channel as well. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be discussing pricing your home correctly to get the top dollar. Plus, we'll be talking about Barb's hot new listings up and down the Front Range. You don't want to miss it.